My ladies, you've got to join me on the Bong Beef. You to join me in the live. What are we doing? Are we playing the recording or are we going live with me? A little there. Got a new producer on the show today. So this is how it is going live. You just go with the flow. So what's my tagline? Be strong, be fierce, and be you. Boom. Where's my boom? All right, you guys. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Lauren M. Powers, the faith and fitness queen. And I'm so glad I mentioned that because today we are going to talk about just that, faith and fitness. But before we get started, I always like to do a recap of my prior week, what I was up to, what I learned, some takeaways, things like that. And like every other week, there you go. There again, on the red carpet, I tend to go to a lot of events. I live in Orange County, California, and we are seeing people live, which is so exciting. I know a lot of us have been on lockdown. There's a ton of pictures there. A couple events. One, I went to eWomen, which I'm a platinum member of, which I strongly suggest if you are a coach, speaker, entrepreneur, you need to get involved and develop your tribe with some networking groups. And eWomen happens to be one of the ones that I have joined, became a platinum member. I go to the conferences, I go to the summits, I'm involved. I was just on an SBI, which is a small strategy business talk like just a few minutes ago, literally. And what I take away from these things is the connections. It's all about developing those relationships. Before you can ask for them to be coaching with you, you need to have some sort of relationship, especially if you're a high ticket coach and asking for, $100,000 to work with you for the year. You want to have a nice relationship. So I tend to go to a lot of live events. So this past week, I went to 2 live events. One was the eWomen, where I was actually a vendor, which I highly encourage you to be an exhibitor. There you go. So I set my booth all up. I have my banners and my coaching programs, everything on the table. I have free signups. These are just some of the tips behind the scenes that I like to share of how to build new relationships, get new clients, and develop your business strategy. So that was one of the things. I drove 85 miles each way to Calabasas because I said I would. The managing director had asked me to come and be part of their tribe there in their chapter, and so I did. And that was one thing. And then the second thing is I was invited to come to a big award show. And that was just fabulous. There was over 100 women in the room, all being acknowledged for their contribution literally to the world. I mean, we had some very high, powerful women in the room and getting these very prestigious awards. Robbie Motter, who's one of my mentors and friend, got the Legend Award, and it was just so nice to be there to support. So I personally get a lot of awards. I mean, you can see some trophies I have behind me and all this stuff, but it's nice to actually be there to support other women getting awards as well. So I was just there as support and just other new women, connections, seeing some familiar faces, seeing new faces. And so that's what it's about, you guys. Really just being out there, making the effort, showing up, asking for what you need, developing those connections, and just building your tribe. So I did the same thing at another event. Gosh, I think it was 2 years ago now, at least, in Las Vegas. I went to support another sister of mine who runs a leadership program that I was attending. I went to women's leadership. That was in San Francisco. We were there for 11 days. It was this big thing. But one of the promoters and the facilitators was actually a personal friend of mine as well. We'd been on the same TV show. We didn't know that we were in the same tribe until I opened my eyes, and there she was in front of me, speaking in front of 100 and some women. But anyways, so I went to support one of her summits, and then I met who is coming on next as my special guest, Cher Cruz. We connected there. We built that relationship. Now I was on her show. Now she's here as my guest on my show. And that's how it works, you guys. So there she is, Coach Cher Cruz. She's in the house. Yes.
Hey.
Yes. And so just talking about that relationships, I remember meeting you in Las Vegas, and we just connected. We had so much fun. We went on these crazy roller coasters together.
That was so good. On top of the building. On top of the building. You have to say
top of this building. Yeah, in Las Vegas. What was the Stratosphere, right?
Yes.
We were like, oh my gosh, are we daring to do this? And we're like, okay, let's do this. It was pretty thrilling. So if you haven't been to Vegas and jumped on the roller coaster Stratosphere, we highly encourage it. It's a life-changing thing. But we made a connection there. And so when we continued our relationship, and we don't see each other, Europe and Canada, I'm in California, but it doesn't matter, right? The distance doesn't matter. This with the internet and these platforms like StreamYard that we're on today, we have that ability to at least see eye to eyeball, right? And so I think that's exciting. You're here. We have the same message, the same heart, the same intention. And so I just want you to, first of all, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Such
so
an
glad
honor
you made
to be
it.
here.
You're not at home. Where are you? Let's talk about where you're at.
My goodness. Thank you, first of all, Lauren, for inviting me to be on your show. This is amazing. I'm just so honored. Just to have you as a sister, and to have the connection that we have that you were just talking about, the sisterhood, it's priceless, right?
Absolutely.
And yeah, right now.
Shirt, by the way.
What's that?
Grateful. I love your shirt. I'm reading what your shirt says. Grateful.
Yeah. I got to talk to you about this after.
Every day. Yes, there's Diana. Hi, Diana. But yes, living in gratitude is so huge. But we're going to go on. Continue on.
Yeah. Yes, I'm here in Kentucky at the moment. Kentucky. I'm from Canada, like you said. Okay. And I flew all the way here for the conference is called Grow Your Business for God's Sake. And it was
love
incredible.
That.
Oh my God.
Say the title again.
Grow Your Business for God's sake.
For God's sake.
Right?
Literally. But literally for God's sake.
Yeah. So good. And it was a 3-day event, just finished yesterday. So today I'm going home, but my heart is so full because, like you said, it's all about the connections that you make, the relationships that you make. And these people, I've formed relationships and bonds and friendships like online. So for months and months and months, we've been connecting, getting close, really, really getting in deep conversations and networking. And now to actually, now that we're able to fly, we all got together, and it was so wonderful to be able to hug each other now and just be in that same space and praise God together and just share information and love. And it was incredible. Like I'm still like on a high from all of that. And you're on Clubhouse too, right?
I am.
That's where I met everybody. It's an early risers club called Breakfast with Champions. And
I love it.
Yeah, so good. Like anyhow, I'm just really grateful. I'm really grateful to be here and to have been able to fly all this way. And as soon as we're done this show, I'm getting on a shuttle bus to the airport. Hopefully I can go home. I just got to make sure I get my COVID results in on time.
Oh my goodness. So you don't have them yet?
No, girl, I'm waiting. I'm praying. Pray with me.
Yes. We will pray. Definitely. Absolutely. Well, let's talk about that. Like, what were some of your takeaways since I wasn't able to attend this event? I didn't even know about it, actually. I know about a lot of events, but I can't keep up with all of them. They're everywhere since we've opened
Yeah.
up a little bit.
Well, you know what? I just found out about it recently as well, but I think
Okay.
this is the third one. I could be wrong, but they've had them over the years, and these people get together. Initially, I believe people were connecting for Glenn Lundy's Rise and Grind show, and so this was really also to celebrate the 1,000th episode of the show, like the end of it. So it's 1,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so there was a lot of people from that community mixed with the Breakfast with Champions community on Clubhouse. So it's like the merging of two incredible communities, and these are all like servant leaders that want to grow their businesses, and that want to support each other and network and just raise that vibration. It was just so great. So definitely next year you're coming with me to the next one.
Okay.
No
In Kentucky? It's in
I'm not
Kentucky?
sure. I don't think they've settled on a location. I've heard that it may be in Florida. Who knows? But we'll see. I'll keep.
That sounds better.
Yeah.
Going to Florida versus Kentucky. I'm sorry. If it doesn't matter where it is, it's the people that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How many people were there, Cher?
I think there was probably over 300.
Wow. Okay. Awesome.
You know what? If anybody goes on my Instagram page, you'll see all the pictures, and I posted some videos of my stories. I don't know if they're still there, but I have so much to share. So I haven't uploaded or posted them yet, but some of them are up, so you can see. It's just epic, really. Oh, and you know what? Grant Cardone came. He flew in on his G9 to attend. Is that wild?
Nice.
So that was a nice surprise for everyone that was there.
Nice. And did he speak?
Yeah. He totally did. And you know
what were some of the takeaways that you can share with our audience that you got from not only Grant, but from the other speakers, or what the whole experience?
Yeah, you know what? There were tons. They had Tamara Andres, who was a co-host with Glenn Lundy. They also had Brian Benstock and Stephen Cood, David Meltzer. You know him. I think were you speaking with him recently?
Probably. I've been on so many things.
Yeah. Like tons of people. And you know what? Takeaways, I'd say a lot of it is I'd say a lot of the stuff is that what we promote, like just being yourself and not trying to control in creating, because when you surrender and give it to God, that's when you allow it all to flow to you, right? Like that's when you're not focused on using, depending on earthly things to create, because God is all powerful and he can make anything happen, right? So when you release that control, like there's more possibilities that can come in. So that's something that we kind of know, but it just was reemphasized, the power of really going all in, not allowing yourself to hold yourself back, because that's the thing. A lot of us, we're in our own way. And so once we, get out of our own way, right, we can actually move forward and take the leap. That was another big one. There's a lot of people that say this is a obstacle, or this is a challenge. And really, those are just like stories that we make. When we realize that those excuses are stories, we can find solutions and move forward with things. Take the leap and just go all in. And that's when you start to see things change in your life. They were talking about habit forming, like waking up early in the morning. Brian Benstock was talking about his habits first thing, like, getting up early. And then the reading is huge. I know you're an avid reader too. I have your book from that event when I met you. And yeah, that's it's essential. It's essential, right? Yes, so good. I love all those little pictures with all those. I'm like, oh my God, this girl has met everybody. You have pictures with all these famous people. I'm like, have you met Cher too?
I didn't just meet them. I worked with them. Well, there's a difference. Exactly. I know JT Fox coaches like get your picture with celebrities and all that, just like get a photo with them. But I don't just have a photo. I actually worked with these people. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit different. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. There's the book.
Cool.
Yeah. There we are. That was pictures in India. There's Julie Surratt. There's Emily from the Orange County Housewives. Jake Cutler is a million-time champion and Mr. Olympia, men's heavyweight bodybuilding. He's quite famous in the fitness arena. He's actually in my book as well. So I was really proud to give him a copy in person. We used to live in the same town. He moved to Vegas though, where we met in Vegas.
That's so cool.
But, yeah, I love that. Making a habit and putting God first, I think, is so important. I know it changed my life. I've done it, just recently as far as using my message and my platforms to coach on that, and hence changed my name to Faith and Fitness Queen. So putting faith first. So I'm always, yes, I changed everything, and I'm really proud to say it. There it is.
So good.
It's on everything, making what was a program, strengthen your faith and your fitness, making it a lifestyle. And I think once I did that, even for personal testimonial, is everything changed. I said, God is my CEO. And with that, how could I go wrong? Right.
Right.
And I read, yes. And I started reading scriptures in my challenges, and just without any fear or attachment to the outcome, it just changed. It just changed everything for me personally. And so now to coach on it as you do, but it just makes such a difference because I'm not attached to the results. I don't care about people's opinions. If they don't want it, like the prayer and the faith and that whole messaging, then they're not my people, and that's okay. There's how many billions of people on the planet, right? So yeah, but so many people get worried. When I first started doing it, people were like, aren't you afraid? People are going to judge you, and not everybody's into God or Jesus and this and that. And I'm like, that's okay. It doesn't matter. I don't care who you pray to. I mean, that's not my judgment. I just share what I do, and then people can make their own choice. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? And I just see I belong to I belong to a church that we believe in Jesus, and we're so faith-filled, and the Holy Spirit's in our tents, and the lives that I've seen change, and the testimonies every week at church of people being healed. And I mean, it is so amazing. It's so over the top that it's just thrilling to be around, and the connections that I've made personally of people that are faith-filled, just the women, like you said, and putting it in business is really phenomenal. People are doing some big, all the speakers mentioned that are at now just came out of people's lives, right? Including their own. When they elevate their businesses and they're sharing on a different level. And especially I think when times right now, things are so different. Let's just put it that way. I mean, you're worried about getting in your own country because of this test you have to have. We didn't have that last year. We don't have all these things. Like, you know what I mean? This is all new. And so many people are fear-based. I mean, God, the TV is like freaking everybody out. And so this getting our faith, getting our faith is strong, I think, is so important now, more so now than like literally ever. Really, it's always been relevant, but now it's special. You know what I mean? With the change of our world, literally our world, not just where we live, but our world is just in such a fear, panic. That
and I think I'll just add to that with so much uncertainty in the world. Like, I feel that's the only certainty that we have. Our faith is our only certainty. And so,
absolutely.
And I agree with you, Lauren, that I just love to share things that I benefit from and that I love. So I love God, I love Jesus, and that's what I'm sharing. There's no intention to try to convert people or whatever. Like, what you see is what you get. So when I'm posting and sharing, I'm sharing what I love. And honestly, if you vibes with you and you want to connect or whatever, that's cool. But I think that's what it's all about, right? There's no ill intent there or whatever. There's no ulterior motive. It's really just sharing what you love. Like, if I love if I find something nutritious that's like amazing, I'll like share it, right? I don't keep it to myself because I would want someone to share it with me. And with this it's not even a new journey, but because, I've found a deeper relationship with God recently, and also, like you, rebranded my whole FemFab brand to be like faith-based. It's just something that's in you now. It's now part of you that you want to share because it's me. I'm sharing myself, and I've always shared myself. But now that God is a part of me, he's like number one in my life. I got to share it. Like, I'm not going to hide him. Like, he's my life. So that's why I do it. And I'm proud of it.
That's right.
Mhm.
I think there you go, and being proud of it, and using your voice and your platform and your personal experiences and whatever it may be is so important. And how can you be embarrassed of God? Like, it doesn't even make sense to me personally.
You
You
know
know what
what?
I mean? But people are like, oh,
Yeah.
don't talk about religion or this and that. It's not even religion. It's just a faith that it's my personal belief. But it's not. I'm not alone in this. Hello. Like, all the
Right.
winners in my life are all faith based. And
And you
once
know,
you open
and
your
what's
eyes to that,
if we talk about the number
go
one
ahead.
book, number one selling book of all time, what book is that?
The Bible.
Yeah. So like
Hello,
you
the
can't go
oldest and the
wrong.
best.
Yeah, yeah, right. So
Yeah,
it's
right. It's still relevant. It's so amazing. I know all this stuff is so crazy to me that people that are not on board, it's and that judge it, and I don't know. I just don't understand. It doesn't make I'd rather believe in something that's beyond and powerful than not. You have nothing to risk. My
yeah,
pastor says it eloquently. I wish I knew the way he said it because it's so epic the way he presents it that you just go, like, duh. Like it makes it's like it's almost logic to believe. Why wouldn't you? There's nothing to risk and everything to gain. You know what I mean?
absolutely. Yes, for sure. For
So when
sure. I agree.
when he puts it that way, it's just amazing. So you were just at with 300 faith-filled people all in business. How exciting is that? Everybody's on the
Incredible.
stage, right? And everybody's
Yeah.
leveling up and probably thriving in crazy times, right? And that's
Yes. You
right.
know,
And I think that's proof when you put God first or make him your CEO or however you want to do it, prioritize it. That is the outcome is everybody's thriving, right?
yeah, and I
I
think
mean, that's
I feel like when we look at obstacles or challenges or life experiences that we don't that are not optimal, we tend to have fear, right? And the thing is, when we look to God for support, like that takes away my fear because I know that I'm not relying on myself. I'm relying on his strength. I'm relying on the fact that he saved me and that he chose me and that I'm worthy of everything and more. Like just all of these things that a lot of times that we feel, the goodness that we feel, the kindness, that's God. And sometimes we can't put a name to it, but it's like whenever you feel all of that coming through you, it's God coming through you. Like
I'm
that's
getting the
that's how I
chills.
look at everything. Honestly, it's so true.
I
Like that's
know.
people think, oh, this person was so kind, and that's God working through them, right? Like that's you're seeing God in our image, and it's just such a
That's
beautiful
right.
thing to realize that.
Well, yeah, you're his daughter. Hello.
Yeah.
And then when people get so down on themselves, you're like, I think you're criticizing God. Like he created you. So for you to mimic what he created is not in the light. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, for sure.
exactly how we're supposed to be. We can always become, of course, be a better version of ourselves and all the things that we coach on. Yes, but when you're so harsh and think you're not worthy or you're not enough or you're too old and too fat and too skinny, like all the things that we hear in our business, right? Sure. It's like you are saying, well, God didn't make you right. That's how I look at it. When you look at it that way, it changes your whole perspective. You know
Yes,
what I'm saying? So you're like, if I
absolutely.
trust God, he made me exactly the way I'm supposed to be. And yes, does he want me to be a better version? Yeah. Have
Yes,
more impact,
100%.
be a servant and serve him and all that. Of course he does. He wants you to have the energy and have the confidence and look good and feel good and all the things that, you and I coach on, getting our fitness and our
Yeah.
health in order. But it's more than that. I think it's having that inner confidence is so important. People talk about it all the time. And then we both talk about what? That mindset. Mindset is everything. I think I have a slide that says that. Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go. Boom.
there you go.
Right? I show
Yes,
this in every single, yeah, because we are worth it. And so when people realize that, there you go, jump God's beautiful background in that slide. It just, you need to take that in into heart really own it. And it's so important that we
It is completely.
get that perspective and not make fun of God making you, you know?
Yeah, you're so right.
But
I think,
we both coach habit use. One of the
sorry, it's just breaking up a bit. Can
I
you
hope we're
repeat
not
that?
breaking up there. Yeah, and I'm just gonna say, I hope I don't know if that's my end or your end. I'm at in my own home studio, so it should be. I should have pretty good connection. I hope so. I do the show
Maybe
every
someone's
week.
home.
But yeah, let's talk about that, making health a habit. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, now I can.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Let's make health a habit. Yeah, let's talk about that, because this slide, I like to go over this real quick because I want people to realize, if they don't already visualize, that the food we eat, the water we drink, and even the air we breathe is not what it used to be. So we have to be conscious of that. And life is different now. We have to have hacks, if you will, to get our nutrition, hacks to just get the water, like I have a $4,000 machine in my house. So for the water I drink, I mean, we have to invest in certain things so we can take care of our bodies from the inside out, because we do want to be the healthiest thing. So we can be a servant for God and help and impact and influence more people. In our case, it's usually women that want to level up their fitness level and their health. And it starts with making a decision, right? We have to decide that we deserve to be the best and invest in ourselves. So I talk about these things, I know you do too, a lot, because again, the food, the water, the supplementation, all the people's diets, all these things, we have to learn about it. It takes, it's not easy anymore. We can't just go to the store and get food. We have to it's organic or this or that. I mean, it's just so crazy how the world has evolved that we have to learn about what we're doing and invest in. I have coaches, and I know you do too, that help me so I can keep ahead of things and level up and be able to share and make that impact to people that we want to help change their lives, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's so important. Like, food is everything, because that's your fuel. And if you're putting crappy fuel in your body, how do you think you're going to operate? Like, you're not going to put in the wrong fuel in your, in your luxury car. Like, luxury cars only accept premium fuel. So if you want to treat your body, your temple, like, a premium car, let's say, like you should, because this is your temple, right? You want to feel it right. What are you going to put the trash in? And then how do you expect you're going to feel? It's so true, though. It's so logical.
I know, girl. I know it makes perfect sense, but it's like we have to drill it into people's heads that just be mindful of that, because this is the only temple or body that we've been given right now. So why wouldn't we want to take care of it? You know what I mean? It's so crazy to me, but it's normally not a priority, as you know. I've been seeing through the years that women put themselves last.
Yeah.
We're more nurturers by nature, and we're usually at the end of the day exhausted because we put everybody first, right? Yeah. Usually, I hear it all the time: the kids, the husband, the house, their networking job, whatever it is that they're doing. I usually deal with a lot of professional entrepreneur women that they're so busy building their business that they forget about themselves.
Yeah.
Right?
And then, you know what? This is what happens, Lauren. They're feeling like they're self-sacrificing for their families, for their children. And so it's like, okay, I'm sacrificing. So I need something. Mama needs some wine, or mama needs some treats just to get some sort of reward. Right? When really what you're doing is you're actually showing your children that you're not living a conscious life in terms of nutrition and physical fitness. Like, what are you teaching your children if you say that you love them so much and you're sacrificing this and that? Like, shouldn't you treat yourself the way you want them to learn to treat themselves? Like, not just respect, in terms of mental health and that, but physical health, nutritional health. Like, it's our obligation as parents to teach our children how to be well in all areas. And I do understand, I like to have sugar now and again too, right? It's temporary satisfaction, but that's the thing. You have to know that that's just temporary. It won't last. So if you're going to be doing that 80% of the time, like I like to tell my coachees, I don't call them my clients, I call them my coachees. I like to tell them to do the 80-20% rule, which I know you're familiar with too. So it's just like, 80% of the time at least, you want to fuel your body right. You can have your little treats, here and again, but make sure that's like minimal. It's not the other way around where you're having 80% treats and then 20% eating well.
Right? It doesn't work the same, unfortunately.
No, you're going to get the opposite results.
There's no magic pill.
So, and the thing is, it builds, right? Like, I know it's hard at the beginning, like anything is. If you want to just start a new habit and start going to the club, the gym, it's going to be hard the first week or first couple of days. But once you build that momentum, just like eating right, once you build that momentum, you start to see results. You feel amazing. And then you don't want to stop. You'll be like crazy like us. You'll be like, raving about it. You'll just be like getting the results and sharing and just feeling so great.
Love how it feels.
Yeah, it's better than ever. It's the best thing. And the thing is, with us getting older, a lot of people say, oh, you know what? Pardon me. People say we're getting old now. We can't do this and that.
Bodies.
What's that? Oh, you're frozen.
Old.
Am I frozen? Oh, shit, I think it's the hotel. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I don't know. Yeah. You're in Kentucky.
I know. I thought the connection was great earlier, but I can hear you now.
Yeah, a little tiny bar view. Oh, it's so true. It's like we have to treat ourselves a little bit. I mean, in bodybuilding or this and other competition stuff that I've been involved with for many years, they make a whole day where they can want. It's just kind of crazy because then you have to work twice as hard. But
oh, where are you?
Have I got a gift for you? Ladies, please, if you are ready to make 2021 your breakthrough year, especially in your health and fitness, you've got to jump on a call with me. It is what? It's free. It's free for you. If you're listening to this right now, it's a $500 value. I give you 30 minutes of my time where I want to find out where you are, especially in your health. All right, I'm here to make health a habit and have your body breakthrough. I've got challenges and all kinds of stuff that's included, but get on the call with me so we can dive deep on where you are now and really find out where you want to be. Kind of get rid of some of those limiting beliefs, and you can realize that you deserve this. You are enough. It's your time. Okay, let's put yourself first. God first, and then you, right? Let's prioritize this. Let's do it together. You have me. I've gotten results for women all over the world, and it's time to get results for you. To get scheduled for your call with me, that is free. Go to my website, please, laurenpowers.com. It's right there on the front page. Just fill it in, and it will book you, and I give you 30 minutes of my undivided time and go deep with you. So let's do this together. Be strong, be fierce, and be you. Boom.
Boom.
Are we back?
And we're back live. Yes, a little glitch. It's all good. That's why I have producers in my team. That's another thing. It's like you have to step out of your box and doing everything yourself and take a risk and get people to help you. Like producing this big show is not what I want to do. I want to just be the host, right? So they handle things like that. So
good.
There you go. But yeah, the connection seems much better now. And we continue on. It's part of being live, which is it's cool because I love being live, like you and I talked about. Just being transparent, just roll with it. You're like, what questions are you gonna ask me? I'm like, I have no idea. Let's just roll. The people that know me know that's how I am. I just like to be, authentic and just whatever the message comes out of our mouths is, I believe, is what the audience is supposed to hear. And that's just, it's worked for me all the way till now. So not gonna change too much.
I think that's great, Lauren, and I'm the same way. You know what? You're very what's the word? Intuitive, right? Like you feel the situation, and I feel like sometimes it's good to have preparation, but I think if there's too much preparation, it's like you put these constraints on what's possible. So when it's just like, you know what, just go with it sometimes and see what happens and really trust and let God flow into the conversation. It's wonderful, right? It's like, it's so much more fun too.
Yeah, a lot easier. I'm not a scripted girl. I never have be. I don't intend to be. You know, I'm an actress. I do a lot of stuff in Hollywood. And when there's scripts involved, I'm telling you, I'm just not as effective. Documentary style, when I put in reality, when I play myself, hello, I'm like on it and powerful because it's me. It's easy.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that.
You know what I mean?
You know what? That's
yeah,
a
and even
message too. That's a message too, is just to be you. And you know, a lot of times we're focused on trying to be like someone else, or we see someone else want to aspire to be like them. And it's like God tells us to be you, like, because there's no one else. Oh, hi, honey.
Yeah, that's Coach Millie. She's my co-host.
You're a coach
She wanted
too?
to come on the couch. She likes being on the power seat. Since you're not next to me, she's got to be next to me.
So cute.
She was, yes. Coach Millie always makes an appearance somehow.
Coach Millie.
Begging to get up here, so there you go. There you go. That was her Halloween costume. Yeah, she was a rainbow unicorn with wings, like an angel.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
And she loves it. She absolutely loves being dressed. So
really? Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, every day we have outfits. Oh yeah. She's my child.
My Bella does not like to wear a costume at all. She'll like just be trying to get it off.
Get it off. Yeah, a lot of dogs don't. Yeah. She loved it. I pulled it out of the bag and she was jumping up and down and like she puts her head through the holes to get dressed. Like because people make such a big deal about her. I took her all around the neighborhood. Everybody's like freaking out. It was really cute. But anyways, yes. Now what were we talking about? Yeah, just being authentic. Yeah, like just like now. It's just like just going with the flow. That's the beauty of live. And I love that. I produce this show every single week. And I just love having guests on here and letting them have a platform to, you know, share their message. I think that is so huge. And it's my part of giving back and, you know, really letting people be themselves. And where it's not scripted, it's not pre-planned, and you know, all these kind of things. Like you said, it's good to have an idea what you're going to talk about. Of course, we don't, you know, frail around. Your whole thing is about a faith reset. Let's talk a little bit deeper about that. What does that mean?
Okay, so last year I started coaching one-on-one. I call myself an alignment coach because I feel there's three pillars that are required, that are fundamental, right? There's the mental wellness, the physical wellness, and then the spiritual wellness. Yeah. So those three, you got to have them all aligned in order to lead a fulfilling life. A lot of people focus on just the physical part or mental or both. But really, I've learned that the spiritual piece is what just brings it all together. You know, that's what creates a wholeness and really helps you to discover like what you can achieve, right? When you have all that aligned. A lot of people call it flow. You know, there's different things, be in the zone. But when you have all of those three components that you're focusing on, it's just incredible to be able to reach another level of your awareness and physical state, and also your spirituality. Like it really, really is incredible. I know you understand completely. And because I myself have experienced really incredible things, like literally miracles. I just want to share that with everyone. And also the sisterhood. So I created this program called 45-Day Faith Reset. And it's 45 days, group coaching. And, you know, a group of women get together. Oh, there's my picture there. Yeah. A group of women get together. And for 45 days, we work on our character building. You know, there's habits that we do. We do our prayer and meditation in the morning. And that's so powerful. For anyone that doesn't have any sort of morning routine, I'd have to say, like, look into it and start. Because if you're talking about being stressed all the time, or having, you know, too much going on, feeling overwhelmed, this is the answer to relieve some of that, because everything revolves around your morning routine. Like when you wake up first thing in the morning, if you're going to go to your phone and just start like getting into all your social media apps, it's almost like, who says this? Who wrote that book, The Monk? How to Live Like a Monk? Jay Shetty's book. Have you read his book?
No,
like a
tell me
monk.
about it.
Okay, so he says that if you go into your phone first thing in the morning, it's like letting 100 people into your bedroom, like
Oh,
chaos and that's how your day
first
goes,
thing, bam.
right? Yeah, like why would you do that? And really, literally, that's how your day goes. So if you start your day in peace and gratitude, which is what we do in our group, like it has such a great effect on your day. It just sets your day off. Yeah. And the thing is, you're just really you're having an intentional moment to start your day, and you're starting it off right, so that you can flow into the rest of your day with intention and purpose, rather than just frantic and just like letting 100 people into your bedroom. Like, come on, nobody wants to do that, right? But yet, I think the majority of us do.
Yes. Yeah, I'm guilty of that because I have so much going on. I wake up and then my phone's there and it's like, oh my gosh. And then all the messages is coming in, all the notifications. Like
It's
you just get,
crazy.
yeah. And then then your mind's just like, oh my gosh, I got to do this, this, and this, instead of being, maybe say a prayer first, do a quick meditation. It doesn't have to be long, but I think if you set yourself up with God first, and that relaxing meditation, and just pray about, God, what's your will for me today? That it could be as simple as that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And guide me through the day. Who you want me to talk to? Who do you want me to interact with? Who's going to be, on the list of my priorities? You know what I mean? And make him in charge. And then it takes that pressure off of us, that overwhelmed state that you were talking about, that can be chaos. Total chaos and chaotic for it. Then your whole day is kind of, you're chasing yourself all day. Who wants to live like that, right? When you have a choice. But I think just making that a habit is a huge step. And I love that you're doing it for 45 days. So you're creating that habit for people that don't do that.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's a bunch of things we do. That's just a tiny piece of it.
The first thing, right?
The first thing, right?
Right,
And
right.
we also have buddy pairs that we get into. So there's that.
I'm sorry, body what?
Buddies, like pairs.
Oh, buddies.
Buddies,
Okay.
yeah.
Body, okay.
And so with that encourages the connection between two people to go even deeper, and then also the accountability that helps us, because we decide what our goal is at the beginning of the 45 days, what we want to hit, and that's our focus pretty much. But going through all of these activities today, going through the daily activities, doing journaling, and all of this, like we do exercises as well and learn about nutrition, all of these things in the 45 days, but really it's all the foundation is all faith. So, that's where the difference is, I feel, than with other programs. Like a lot of programs are focused on mental, like I said, physical, but it's all rooted in faith. And the gratitude piece is huge. Like really, that gratitude just opens the doors to so much goodness into your life, right? And that's
absolutely
something that I think a lot of people take for granted, not being grateful.
They miss that piece.
Yeah, right. It's more like, okay, like what's happening right now, and then we all focus on what's wrong rather than what's right.
Exactly.
And as you know, what you focus on grows, it expands. So why not focus on the good stuff, right?
Woo! She agrees.
She agrees. She knows.
Agrees. Well, that's so true. And I talk about that a lot. It's like being grateful for what you do have versus comparing yourself to others and what you don't have. Because then you can get caught up in that comparison and competing and all of that stuff, instead of collaborating and staying in gratitude. And I just love your shirt. Did you get that at the conference that you're at?
No, girl, this is mine. This is
that's yours. I can't see the bottom of it. What it says.
It says FemFab.
Oh, that's your okay. I love it.
Yeah. So
I love it. My shirt says female. So
I'll send you one in the mail.
No, that's I'm so you. So there you have it. You love that. So awareness alignment of your mind, your what yourself at. She's my managing executive manager that I was talking about earlier, the importance of networking and making the relationship, collaborating with women versus team, and talk about, and to just change that mind. Our collaborative faith and our fitness, and we were, you know, the women to put mess and everything, but yet we're collaborating and we're shows. We're lifting versus right? I mean, it just makes sense to help each other instead of, you know, like, oh, well, I can't have her on my show. She does the same thing I do. Now my clients are going to go to her. That's ridiculous. Like, who thinks like that? You know, it's a reality. So I'm mentioning it that we got to get out of that mindset and be like your shirt said, just be grateful, because what we offer and who we is to us. Once that in your purpose and flow, you said, I love that flow, and transparent and become authentic and just be natural. And then it's not work. I think it's, when we think of that, we just set ourselves up for success every single day, and then things become so much easier. It's not all on our shoulders. We can have help, but we have to ask, or we have to pray it and ask for that guidance, and life becomes so much simpler. At least that's for me. You know what I mean? You get out of your own way, and you talk about that the event you're at, just speaking about that. These are things that we already know, and I believe we do, but hearing speakers up there and using their platform and all their time to talk about these things is just confirmation, you know, of what works, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So there you go. So you got the 45-day reset.
Sorry, say that again.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to add to that. I feel like you're so right that we need to change our perception that there's no competition ever. The only reason you see competition is because you're thinking it, but it's not real. Like, it's not really there. We are stronger together. If we're doing the same thing, it's clearly not exactly the same. Like, we are completely different, but we're all so very much the same, is what the message that I get when this is our first class, but I did a pilot program for 21 days. And what I learned when I brought all these women together that were strangers at the beginning, was that, you know, we have so many differences, yet we're so much alike, right? In so many ways. And that's how we create that sisterhood and the bond that lasts forever. We become like lifelong sisters because we realize that our differences are great. Like, they complement each other. And it really helps us to grow stronger together if we allow it to, right?
Boom. That's my tagline: be strong, be fierce, and be you.
Yes.
Why would you want to be anybody else? But
it's not possible.
That's too hard.
It's actually not even possible, because then you end up being inauthentic, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So don't bother.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Be yourself. And just, again, you can always level up and be a better version of yourself, like we talk about, from the inside out. And it's, you know, with joining, you know, 45-day reset, like what you're doing. For example, I'm launching next week my 5-day body breakthrough challenge again. I'm bringing it back by popular demand.
Cool.
And it's kind of a reset again with the faith and the fitness. There it is. Yeah, so that starts next Monday at noon. So I'm going to just keep everything at noon now for lunch hour time for Pacific. And it's all recorded, of course, if people miss the, you know, the live action. But it's the same thing. We're just going to break it down, set people up for success, you know, go over, you know, maybe some fashion tips. I, you know, represent a clothing line I'm very proud about, you know, and then supplementation and what I do. I'm just going to share things that I personally do that I've worked and I've proven and gotten results through, because if I don't use it and it works, I don't put my name on it. You know what I mean? And people that know me know I'm all about that integrity piece of it, where, because I've already done the research, and so I cut a lot of time, money, and trial and error things. And I just like, this is it. I just laid out, boom, boom, boom. Keep it really simple, but this is what works. And it's because it works for me. So we're doing all, you know, that stuff. And you talk about water, and then of course some exercises every day, homework every day. We're starting with measurements and just building people up to get results. And I'm not doing it 45 days. I'm just doing it in 5. But, you know, people can always continue on is the idea. But I like to do that every once in a while. Just give people a, you know, a challenge they can jump in, learn some new things, and implement and start making that habit.
Yeah.
And
so good.
it is good. It helps me too to get back on track, because it's, I'm guilty of veering off, getting really busy, getting caught up, and I've got so many different things going on that it gets distracting, and then my own workouts suffer, and I can't have that because I'm the role model, right? Because I know how important it is to keep my health in line. I talked about what's going on right now. I got COVID, back in the end of summer. And it wasn't a thrill, but being healthy and my immune system was where it was at. I got out of it, and I'm fine now. But it's it's times right now we really need to focus on our health, people. And if you're like you said earlier, putting trash in your body and not running on premium, it can get you. And so that mindset and being mindful and making yourself a priority with your health is never more important than it is right now with this crazy thing going around called coronavirus, right? It's like I just can't stress it enough, because I've experienced it, and it's not a thrill, you guys. So if you're listening or whatever, if you know people, I mean, it's really, it's a real thing that's affecting a lot of people and killing people. I mean, it just is. And so we've got to be on top of it. So I'm really going to talk about that and dive a little bit deeper in my challenge coming up next week, because it's so heavy on my heart, because I survived it myself. You know what I mean? So it's just that priority stuff, and the faith thing has got to be at the top of the list. Boom.
Yes. First.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So this stuff, it's exciting. You're doing your 45 days. I'm doing my 5-day challenge. Of course, there's other ways to work with me and all that kind of stuff as with you. Because this is, I believe, both of our purpose and our passion. This is why we're sisters. We connected immediately. We're still connected. We'll have to get together in person soon. You have to come to Orange County and see me.
For sure.
Becky, you can come here.
Oh, you don't have to ask me twice. I'll be
Yeah.
there.
Beach Rocks. Come to Orange County.
So good.
We have a great tribe of women here. I think you'd fit right in. Diana's the leader of one of our coordinators here. Like I said earlier, I was at an event where we honored Robbie Motter, who's one of my mentors. She's like 85 or something, and she goes to every women's networking. This woman is everywhere, and her follow-up is just amazing. And she talks about the power of ask, written books. She's been doing it forever, and she runs a network, and just so powerful. And to be in that kind of community and surrounded by these women that are making changes it's a blessing. I'm so grateful, as your shirt says.
Yeah.
Very grateful. I just love the people I get to be around. It's a big deal. But I make a choice. I make the effort, and I choose to be at these events, and I choose to, register for this, and I choose to use my time for that. And, it's developing those relationships and those connections like you and I did, and we continue to do with new people to impact and influence and make a change for them, and level up their health and their faith and their beliefs in themselves, making themselves they're worthy, and I just love that. And I just keep saying the same thing because it's so important, right? Just say it different ways.
You know what? I just want to add to that, Lauren. I feel like there's a lot of people that may be on here right now and be curious. I'd say reach out and ask questions, because I've had a lot of people that have been like, they're interested, and then things hold them back, right? Because they just are unsure. But the best way is, if you're ever curious, reach out and ask, right? And then that's the first step. Ask, and then you find the answer. And, usually good things come from that if you take action. But if you just sit there and you think, oh, that's kind of neat, I'd like to know about that, and then you do nothing happens. So, I think it's so important if you
do nothing, you get nothing.
Yeah. So this is how we met. Like at that Vegas conference, it's only because somebody asked me to come, and I asked questions, and I said, you know what? Let me see if I can make that happen. We wouldn't be here right now. You know what I mean? If I didn't say yes. Right. So it's all about
say yes, and then and then take action.
Yeah.
You got to take the action part. You can agree to something, but if you don't do anything about it, nothing happens.
Inspired action. If you're inspired, take action. Yes.
Yes. So well, you know what, babe? I just don't want you to be late, because I know you have a shuttle to catch, and you have to make sure you get back into your country.
back
good
home.
home. So I want to thank you for being a guest. Do you want to pray us out before you leave? Just a quick
Sure,
prayer.
absolutely. Yes. Okay,
Right.
let's pray. Father God, thank you so much for this opportunity to share with everybody that's here today listening. Thank you so much for my sister Lauren, who is incredible, who is making such an impact in this world, who is pouring out each and every day her heart, her soul, teaching people, guiding people, sharing her love and her faith. I'm just so thankful for everyone in this community. I'm so thankful for this opportunity. I'm grateful that you have given me, this calling to reach out to people and share your goodness, your word, and your love. I just pray, dear Lord, that if anyone in here is looking for more, I hope that they take action and they move forward, all in your name. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Beautiful.
Yay!
Awesome. Power of prayer. Yeah, don't miss out, people. Yeah, join Cher, join her fem club, reach out to her. I don't know. Do you have your website there again? We can put the link up for people that didn't see it. There you go.
Femfab.com. It's easy.
Femfab.com. Yeah, /45-day-faith-reset for those listening on the podcast.
Lots of hyphen.
Awesome. I'm going to let you go. I still have some, closing remarks for myself for the show, but I know you got to get going. So I want to thank you. Thank you for that beautiful prayer and being my guest. I love you so much, sister.
I love you.
Come see us in Orange County. Diana just invited you to our eWomen group.
Yes, I'm coming.
Yeah, you got a personal invite, girlfriend, from me and from her.
I cannot wait.
So we love you, and go catch your plane, and you're going to get back into your country, I promise. And email me later. Let me know.
Okay, I will. Love you guys. Bye.
Yes. Bye, Coach Cher. All right. So powerful. So good. If you guys would like to be a guest on my show, it's super simple. You got to fill out an application. Go to powerhourtv.com/guest and fill out the app. My team will go over it. Or you can text the word POWERS to 888-907-2480. Again, that's the word POWERS to 888-907-2480. And I'd love to hear what your message is. And if it's a match, there's going to be two opportunities to be on the show. One will be the VIP in live and on my red carpet and in the Power State sitting next to me experience. And then there will be the virtual experience. So that is what we're offering right now. So we'll let you know more about that when you fill out your application. But we are looking forward for 2022. I've got a few slots left in December. If you want to be and jump on for the end of the year, finish the year strong, be my guest because we push it out again. We are on YouTube. We're on the Facebook fan page. But the podcast goes to Stitches, Pandora, iHeart, Google. Yeah, there it is. Spotify. Everywhere. Apple. We're on all the podcasts, as well as Amazon Music, the Audible, and then we also appear live on Roku and what else? Amazon, right? The Amazon Fire or something like that. So let's just put it this way. We're everywhere. We're growing. We get a lot of replay action, and it's exciting to hear what you have to say. So I just love that. At this point, I'd like to thank my sponsors. I've got quite a few here that, like I said earlier, that I only endorse things that I believe in or use and have got results. One is the clothes I like to wear. This is from savvy.com. If you like to look at the website, it's savvy with 2 V's.com/fierce females. Once again, savvy.com/fierce females. We got a whole line. We've got specials going on. I'm going to be showing some different pieces in the fashion show on the challenge next week. So make sure you put in your calendar the 15th through the 19th for the Body Breakthrough Challenge again coming up. It's going to be a little bit different this time. Super excited. We are at a new time, which is noon Pacific. It'll be again on YouTube, Facebook, all the different platforms as well. There you go. So mark your calendars for that. You want a body reset with your faith and your fitness and your mindset. Join us, and it is free. So that's that. I've got what else? Egg whites. Olive Kaya is one. This is one of my favorites. I drink the chocolate in the morning in my coffee, and it sets my metabolism, and it actually burns body fat, and it tastes great. That's the Live Kaya. I'm going to put that back up. There you go. Eat chocolate and get skinny. Hello. So this is livekaya.com/Lauren Powers. So jump on that. Super awesome products, you guys. It's got probiotics, the burn chocolate, the burn powder. There's a whole line of there's CBD as well, CBD for animals. Millie was taking it for her back surgery recovery, and you can see she's doing fine. So it's all good. Liv Kaya. Then I've got what was up there? The suits, the workout suits. This is something I'm going to start up again, working out in the EMS suits. It's a 4-hour workout condensed down to 20 minutes. So no excuse on time, and it works. It's so awesome. So that's exciting. Then I have egg whites. Again, I've been the Euphoria. There we go. I have a new producer today. It's all good. Egg whites. Again, this is what I do every single morning. I was drinking them on the Eat Women event this morning. People were like, "What are you doing?" But I make it like a vanilla shake. It sets my metabolism every single day. Super easy to use. The website and the link was there to get the egg whites. All these links, you guys, are on my website, laurenpowers.com, under trusted brands. So if you forget from the live shows today, you can always go back, order what you need. It's stuff that I've been using. It burns body fat. It gives me energy. It's easy on the go. You can cook the egg whites or you can drink them. Yes, I drink them. I'm going to do a whole show on the challenge next week on how I do it because it tastes yummy. I promise it's not slimy or gross. That's the egg whites. What else? We had the Euphoria up there. That is the supplement I take. I'm a celebrity ambassador for the company. I've been taking this product for over, gosh, I think 1.5 years now. And it's all I take, you guys. It's super simple. It's one thing, but it's based on science. It's based on swabbing my cheeks, getting a DNA report, and then taking the supplements every day. And I'm getting exactly what I need based on the genetics and the 18 SNPs of my genes. It tells me if I got it from both my parents, one of my parents, I don't carry the gene at all. And then it's a VIP red carpet supplement based on my DNA report just for me. I call it my VIP supplements. So this is stuff I'm going to go over in detail next week again, show the reports and all that kind of stuff. But the link is there to jump on board. If you'd like to see more about it, just let me know. And what else? Is that all my sponsors? I believe so. There you go. And so you guys also, I'm launching my new programs for next year is how to become an iconic brand, the brand new you for 2022, where you guys see I'm, celebrity status. I'm in Hollywood all the time. I'm the face of female bodybuilding and fitness when it comes to music videos, documentaries, all of that. How did I do it? I branded myself. I want to help brand you as well to become a legend in your own niche. So get with me on that. All new courses we're launching. It's super exciting for 2022. And what else? So if you'd like to be a guest, go to powerhourtv.com/guest. We go live every single Monday at noon Pacific, and I'd love to feature you. And with that, we are at the top of the hour. I don't like to go over too much. I respect people's time. So mark in your calendars, November 15th through the 19th, the Body Breakthrough Challenge, 5 days challenge. Free on the Facebook. Let's do this together. What else? Be a guest. I'd like to thank my sponsors. And there you go. And if you can't make it there, I have a home workout program, you guys. You can go ahead and scan that to sign up today. That is also online. And I go over all the different body parts, make it simple. You can do this at home on your own time. You don't have to have a gym membership. No worry about parking and people and being embarrassed. You can wear what you want. You don't have to put on your makeup. You could just work out at the convenience of your own time in your own home with me, a 10-time champion, showing you exactly what body part and what's the most effective exercise to do for that particular part. I've narrowed it down, made it simple, by step. You want to work, day you go to the bicep module. You want to work, chest, legs, shoulders. There, you guys. Super that is just launched. I'm say it's ready to go. So that's that. So that is the new news. Again, I want to thank you for watching, being part of the Power Hour. I am your host, Lauren M. Powers, your faith and fitness iconic queen. And with that, I believe it's going to be a wrap. If there's any more messages, you guys just find me. You can DM me on all the social network platforms. I am there. And I'm looking forward to hearing from all of you. So with that, be strong, be fierce, and be you. Mic drop. Boom. See you next week.
Thank you.